Hello everybody, Marie by Design here, and today I wanted to talk to you about something I discovered. Well, I watched a video some time back, and I saw this lady making some plastic yarn, which is called Plarn yarn. I think that's what she called it. I've tried to make jewellery having a go, but it wasn't successful. But I'll have a go at that again using carrier bags a bit later on. But I've got to get some freezer paper so I can put on the top so that it won't melt with my iron. So I'm going to try that a bit later on and perhaps do a video with that if I'm successful. Right, now in my cupboard have got plastic bags from Iceland that are just stuffed away in my cupboard underneath my stairs, and they're piling up and piling up. And I thought, when I saw this video of this lady doing ply yarn, I thought, okay, I wonder if my bags, because she was using thin carrier bags, I thought to myself, I wonder if these bags will also cut into strips so I can crochet with them. So last night I started doing some of my strips with a 7mm crochet hook. I don't know if you can see that. It's backwards on the screen. 7mm crochet hook. Okay, and I knotted all the plastic bag up. This was one plastic bag. So if you're going to make anything, if you're going to have a go and you're going to make something with them, you're going to have to use a lot of plastic bags. I thought, save chucking them away and they're going to landfill, why not use them and make something with them? So this was one carrier bag from a well-known shop, and it got holes in, and I thought, don't throw it away on landfill, reuse it if I can. So I think with practice I had to keep undoing this. I had to change my hooks because I couldn't get through some of the loops, so I've gone for a 7mm crochet hook. I thought I had a 9mm, but I can't find it. So this is a 7mm crochet hook, and all this is if you're used to crocheting, all this is a foundation chain. So I'm just basically chaining at the moment until I've got enough made in a line, until I've got enough to make something with, because if you go and join that with a slip knot, that is going to be the size of your bag. It's not very big for what I want to make, so I'm going to have to do some more strips and then tie them onto that. Okay, but I'll show you how I do it. And yes, last night I had a bit of an error. I folded this bag because of that extra bit on the carrier bag. I went and folded my bags like this, and of course when I went to cut it, there wasn't a continuous loop, so that wasn't any good. And then I had another go today, and I thought, hold on a minute, what if I fold my bag the other way? Oh, hang on, no, it was, sorry, I had to think then, wrong. What I did with this was, I didn't do it that way, I did it that way, I think. Oh, let me have a look. No, No, I didn't. No, I did. Excuse me, sorry. I did do it that way. I did do it that way. Yeah, because I remember cutting that bit off. Yeah, I remember cutting that bit off first, and then I did it that way. Okay. Anyway, and it did continuous loops, so I got it right that time. Okay. Let me just see by cutting this other bag if it will. Let me just see with folding it. I just need to just fold it and just see. No, do you know what? No, no, no. Oh, no. It's not that way you fold it. It is definitely the handle. The handle has to be there on that way. But you can cut the handles off. Yes. So it's get your carrier bag and the loop is that way. Right, you can cut the ends off your carrier bag, which I've done for this one. Pardon the side, that was an old Iceland bag. It's got holes in. I've cut the handles off to begin with. Okay, now for the bottom of these carrier bags, what I've done with the one off this, okay, I've kept that. Let me show you. I've kept the bottom of it, okay, because I couldn't do anything with it. I suppose what you could do is you could, if you were careful, you could slit that across the top, but then it wouldn't join, I don't think, for that one. So I'm keeping that either for doing some plastic beads, and I'll show you once I discover how to do them, okay, because it's not like paper, it's plastic. So I suppose what you could do, you could still treat it like you would if you're doing paper beads. I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'll either use that for beads, making beads, once I discover how, or I'll use it for the bottom of my bag, which I'm crocheting with the plastic, and I'll put some cardboard in it to put in the bottom. I might do that, I don't know yet. Anyway, so I'm going to point my camera down and I'm going to show you how I prepare. It's just that I saw a video of the lady doing it with thin plastic bags, and I thought, as I said in the beginning of this video, I thought, I wonder if it'll do stiff carrier bags, which is these, okay, and they're a nuisance if they're piling up and they're stuck in your cupboard. It's a bit of a nuisance. So sorry, I keep looking at my screen and I should be looking at the camera. Sorry about that. I get so used to looking away. Anyway, I'm going to point the camera down so you can see exactly what I'm doing, okay. If you can see. Okay, I've just discovered how to tilt my camera there. Okay, right, this is the plastic bag, okay, and then I'll also show you, when I've cut enough strips, how I attach them together. Okay, so the handles are at the top. As I say, you can choose to remove them at this point, or don't bother because you will come to it in the end. You can choose to do that. I'm thinking I could cut that out now, and then that makes my first strip at the top. Yes, okay, I'm going to do that now. Kitchen scissors, shouldn't really be using these, but never mind. Right, what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to roll up the carry bag, so make sure your straps or handles are at the top, okay, because you want this to be in one continuous piece, so you can link the pieces together. Okay, so, and this bit I will cut off. Okay, you can choose to cut that off now, because what the reason, or cut it off after. Okay, I'm going to cut it off after, because I'm going to show you what I did with the bottom bit of it, because I couldn't get it open, so I'll show you, and I managed to make a continuous piece. Okay, so keep folding your carrier bag up. That's if you want to have a go at this and you've got all of these Iceland bags and you're never going to use them again because they're an awkward shape. Or what you could do, as I have done, I've used a few of them to put down on the floor to protect my floor when I'm painting my fencing. I have used that because I hadn't got any sheeting, plastic sheeting to stand on. So it's plastic. So that's what I did, and I rested all the fence panels on it as well. So you could use it for that. There's a few techniques you could use for it. I suppose you could make, you could do crochet jewellery, and then, as I say, get some freezer paper, put that on top of your plastic design that you've made, and then iron it and do that. Okay, now we've folded, but that'll be another video, and I'm going to have a go at that again, because I don't give up. I'm going to have a go at that again, but that's for another video. Okay, back to this video. Right, okay, and then what you do is, depending on how thick you want the pieces, that's your first one, but you'll see what I mean. Now this is a bit awkward, okay, do you see what I mean? You've got that at the bottom. So what I did, and I sat here before the video, see it's got the seam in there. I'll show you how to get that undone so you have a continuous piece and you can use it, and then the bottom will be usable as well. I'll show you that in a moment. Let's just cut all these up first. Okay, keep going about that thickness. Watch your fingers, you don't get them in the way. So you've got that thickness. That may be a bit too thick, but if you do that, yes, I did do it the right way, because last night I folded it the other way, as I said, and it didn't do a continuous strip. So the way I've just folded it in this video is the correct way if you want continuous strips. Otherwise, if you fold it the other way, you won't get continuous strip, as I tried to do with this bag. And look, see, that was the one where I made a mistake, but I'm going to use that for something else, so it won't go to waste. That's what happens if you cut it the wrong, if you fold it up the wrong way. Okay, now continue to cut them, it'd be by eye. Okay, it's just by eye. Okay, there's another continuous piece. Okay, and just continue to cut these up. You could spend a couple of hours doing this. There's another one. On an afternoon. Continue to do that. Now these bags make longer strips than a normal carrier bag, so these ones are probably more cost effective. And what I'm trying to do is use them to make room in my cupboard because I've got too many. Every time I shop at Iceland, these are the bags they give you now. They don't give you any printed ones. Well, in my area they don't. Okay, just continue to do that. Okay, now somewhere here, there's the handle. See, when you get to the top one, if you keep it on, you will have the handles in there. I suppose what you could do is keep this for another project if you're planning to do crochet necklaces or whatever you're doing, or crochet pieces, and you want to turn it into jewellery, but I'll show you that for another video. As I say, suppose you could keep that for that. Otherwise that is going to go into the landfill. So I'm going to keep that for another project, because if you try and cut that out now, you won't have a continuous piece. So I'm going to keep that for plastic beads or something. Okay, so you've got that. Okay, so now all that is done with my one bag. Okay, that okay. Now this piece, as I said, that I would show you, because it's not a continuous piece, it's the bottom of the bag, it's all joined. I'm going to show you how to take, don't throw it away, I'm going to cut off the end bits, the seam, cut that seam off, try and get it up to the seam if you can. Okay, you could just, okay, continue until you cut off the seam. It's only to open it up and use it in your crocheting. And I'll use that for something else. Okay, now let me show you. It's, if it hasn't quite cut, okay, to separate that so you can still use it, cut down that other seam when you've took that bit off at the end. Cut that so you've got another strip to use, so it's all used in your design. Okay, cut it till it parts. Okay, and as you get in, don't cut it there, because your end, you won't have a continuous piece. Cut it down the seam where you've just cut that end off. Okay, where you've just cut this off at the bottom of the bag, don't cut those loops, because that's your continuous piece. Cut where your piece you just took off, down there, to open up the seam. Be careful. Okay, and then up here you need to separate the join. Okay, that parts that one, and then you can, if you're very careful, you can tear it, but be careful, because you'll lose part of your strip otherwise if you're not careful. Yes, I'm going to cut that again, but cut it close onto the thing if you can, the seam. There's another opening. Okay, now we're back at this again. Yeah, don't cut the joins that you need to keep together, because if you do, you won't have a continuous piece. Okay, now to get that off there again, we need to don't cut that bit, cut down this seam here just to part that, and then let me work this out, and then cut, turn it round and cut down this double seam here, so you've still got your continuous piece. Okay, so you're not so you're only separating where that bottom seam was joined. Okay, and then if you've done it correctly, see there's that bit that you've got to separate as well. There's still some join there, so what you need to do is either cut that tiny bit off, but it won't be level then. So if you get your scissors, turn it the other way and cut down the seam, hopefully it'll keep your piece together, hopefully. Right, no, I'm gonna have to cut that tiny bit off to separate it. See, so if there is any joins that are awkward and won't come off, then just trim it off. It may be a bit shortened, or it may not, and then you've got this tiny bit here as well to separate. There we go. Oh, yeah, there's that bit as well. Right, you need to cut down that bit as well. Then you'll have more to work with if you follow these. Okay, see, so that's all one continuous piece now, and that's how you get a seamed bag undone and still have your continuous piece. That's how you get the bottoms of those bags undone. But first remember to cut this off. That's how you'll get it off, and cut up those joins as I showed you. Okay, so now, because I've been cutting a few of them, this is a continuous piece. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I joined the two together, and then I'll show you how I incorporate it into that, so I can make a longish piece, so I can then double it together and then crochet into it. Okay, so I can make the bottom join together. Okay, get two continuous pieces of your Plarn yarn. It's plastic yarn, so Plarn, that's it, it's Plarn, not Plarn, it's Plarn. Plarn, I knew I'd get it right in the end, it's Plarn. Okay, so this is all come out of another video that somebody else did, and I wanted to see if I could crochet with these plastic bags. She wasn't using those type, but I wanted to see how, if you could do the same with these, and yes you can. It's thicker than what the lady was using, so I think any type of plastic, even the packaging bags that you get, I think you could try and do that as well. Try and use them, because I've got a number of those as well. They all come in different colours, see, but this is just white. Okay, so how I was figuring it out, sometimes I got it right last night and sometimes I got it wrong. Okay, so get two ends of your Plarn, do, I hope I get this right, make sure it's not twisted, make sure you have them all the same way so they're not twisted. Okay, get that one in your hand and that one in your other hand. Pull that one through. Okay, so you've got a crisscross. I hope this is going to work out right. And then, yeah, so get that, put that one through that one, and then over, put it over that one and pull it through. So when you go to pull it down the other end, it should seal. I'm hoping. Yes, it is. Make sure you get it to go down the other end. Okay. Yes, it's worked. I didn't think it was going to work on camera. Okay. That's how you join your two together. Oh, it's come undone. That didn't work, but last night I did the same thing and it worked. Okay, it didn't work then. Okay, let's try again. Okay, that into there. Okay, and then hang on, and then and then pull that one. Oh, please say this has worked this time. It's worked that time. It's worked. Okay, let's do that again. That worked that time. Right, that's it. It's worked. That's actually joined. Okay, do it again. Put that one in there. And then and then that one, feed that through there and then pull. No, that's the wrong one. That's my working one. Okay, pull that up to the other end. Hang on, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's not worked again. See, this is going to be a bit hit and miss, this is, because it's on camera. Right, let me think. Right, okay. I'll get there. I'll get there. Okay, twist it round and let's see now. No. What is going on here? Has this worked? Oh, that's worked. Make sure you're pulling on the one that you want. Yeah, that's worked. That's joined. It's a bit to persevere really, but make sure before you do it that you're not left with something like that, as that's just done that. Make sure they're all level, but it doesn't matter, because it would add to it. It would add to the texture if it's a bit bulky. Okay, so that's joined that one. So we've done 3 now. Let's try again and see if I can get it right first time. Make sure you've got your piece straight, and make sure that's straight as well. Okay, now slide that through there, then pull this one as it worked. Let's see if it's worked. Right, I'm pulling on the wrong one. No, that's wrong. No, it's just gone through. That's wrong then. Okay, no, it's twisted. Right, let's have another go. Put that one in there, then turn it over and twist it, and then pull it through. Is that going to seal it, do you think? Let's have a look. Has it done it? Yes, it's done it. Just make sure. Yes, it's done it. So what I know what you've got to do now then. You've got to make sure it seals, to make sure it, done it again, it's not straight. You've got to make sure it's level. Anyway, it'll crochet in. Anyway, that's another one joined. Okay, try and make sure your pieces are straight. Twice I've made a mistake. Okay, but it's knotted it. Okay, so what I did was, and just continue until you've got all your pieces done. Where you've got the join, try and make sure it's all level. Look, there's the next piece. Okay, what I think I did was, it's a bit twisted, that is, never mind. What I think I did was I put that piece in there, okay, and it's like folding it over, but separate it and then push it through. That's you working on, and then pull that so it goes down the bottom. Has it done it? Has it done it? I don't think it has. No, that's not done that yet. So that's not. So it's a matter of twisting, I think. I think that's what it is, twisting it so it interloops. It's twisting it. So let's try that again. I think this takes practice. Put that in there, turn it over, but pull that one through, so you're kind of twisting it, and then pull. Is it going to knock? Yes, it's done it that time. You've got to, what you've got to do is put it in flat, and then, yeah, but make sure that's a lot better. Make sure you twist it and then bring the other one through the other one, and it knots it. Do that again. You'll see what I mean. So you kind of get your strap. Okay. I've not done much of this, so it's practicing. So let's have another go. Okay, so first of all, this is easy fit. Get two ends of your, forgot it again, not ply yarn, Plarn, because it's yarn and plastic. Plarn. Okay, get the one end, put it through. That's the easiest part. And then you want to open that up, twist, and then push that back through that way, and instead of pushing it, oh, it's not working now. That's your yarn, that's your working yarn. It's this that's got to be pulled to the end, but it hasn't done it. Okay, it's a bit of trial and error. Okay, I'm trying to get it right. It's a bit hit and miss. I can do one, and then when I try and do the next one, it's not working. Bear with me. All right, two. I'm not giving up. There, through, so they're like that. Okay, then when you've got those two together, tuck it underneath, pull through, so it's like almost twisted. See, that's my working yarn again. Why is it? Right, pull that through. it's worked again. You've got to pull the bottom ends so that your plastic, hopefully it's going to go to the bottom and it's going to have joined. Yes, it has. So that's what you've got to do. Yeah, it's joined this time. So pull it through, but pull it back the other way, back through the other way. Let's do that again. Right, that's joined. Okay, let's try again. Okay, let's try again. Hang on, I'm going to do it a much simpler way. Put your end in that way and feed that one through the top end of that. Okay, and then let's see. Now that's a much better way of attaching. It's gone. That's a much better way. Let me show you again. I've just discovered that was a lot easier to tie them. Okay, I just discovered that. I'm glad I discovered that because I've probably made your life easier as well. Okay, there's a bit there still attached. Let's cut that off. Actually, no, I'm going to keep that in and that'll probably add a bit of texture to it. Okay. Right, get your extended bit there through your loop. Okay, so the one is in there straight and that one comes out. Take the end of your Plarn, your other end, okay, take that all, make sure it's straight, take that all the way up through that extra bit, feed it through. Okay, pull it to the end and then pull, and that seals it. That's a lot better. I'll show you that again in a minute. Oh, now I've got another problem. It's not gone this time. Hang on. Ah, pull on both and then it'll pull tighter. Okay. Oh, it's made it. See, I keep on, yeah, well, it'll do. It'll do. I'll get it. Anyway, right. Right. Again. Let's try and see if we can do a straighter piece. Okay. Okay. Right. That'll give it a bit of interest. That's a bit wavy. Okay. This again. Take the end of your Plarn. You've got that one. Okay. And then you've got that strip. Feed that through so it's like a cross. So it's like a cross, but it's a bit more. Okay, so it's a bit longer. Take folded yarn, Plarn, okay, take the end of this one, feed it through that loop, okay, then pull all the way to the top. That's better. So do it like that, and I've managed to keep it straight. Did you see what I did? That's one thing that's straight. Oh, that's actually straight now as well. That one's a bit, it's not so straight, but try and get it straight if you can. Doesn't matter if you can't, it'll sit anyway. It'll straighten out. Right, there we go. I'm getting it now. I'll do it again. Show you again. Get your strip of Plarn, okay, and then again take the tops of both. Let's see if we can get another straight piece. Okay, put this end in through there. Okay, so you've got an extended piece. Take the bottom of your Plarn, okay, put it through that loop that you've made, pull it all the way to the end, and hopefully it should keep it straight, and it will tie together as well. There we go. Okay, I think that's enough of showing you that, okay, of how to attach it. Now I've got all of this, but this is 3 bags worth, I think, of this, and I've still got some left to attach. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attach this end bit to here and show you how I crochet with it. Okay, so this is using a 7mm crochet. This is my own thinking. If you know how to crochet, you'll know how to do a foundation chain. I think I've done a foundation chain with all my Disney crochet. So this end bit that I've got, I'm going to attach that onto there the same way as I showed you before, but what I'm going to have to do, hook as well, I'm going to have to take that through that loop at the top, okay, and pull that all the way through. Then it should, with my hook as well, I mean, you can do it like this. I'm hoping this is going to get through now, otherwise I'm going to have to take the hook off. The plastic is very forgiving. Anyway, that has gone through and I have been able to tie it on. So you could wait until you've got no more and do it with your hook still on. You could do it that way, but whichever's easy for you. I mean, plastic is forgiving, but only if you've got that size loop left. Okay, if you haven't remembered to fit it all together, all your extended strips you've cut, then please leave that amount, because you'll get your hook through as well. Okay, if not, I would recommend you do a big decent sized ball first before you start crocheting. Okay, so now I'm going to crochet. Hopefully you won't see that knot when I start. So as you would with crocheting, okay, I'm going to carry on because there's only 50 on there, 50 chains on there. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it round as you would like normal yarn and continue doing this because it's not big enough yet. Pull it through. Try not to make your loops too tight, because I have struggled, but as I say, because it's Plarn, it is a bit pliable, it is a bit stretchy. It's quite different, as you'll see if you have a go at this technique, how different it is to normal yarn, to normal wool. It can be a bit pliable, but really this does tend to hurt my fingers a bit. I mean, you can pull it back a bit. There's another one done. Okay, now I'm going to blend that knot into there, yarn round needle. Okay, you will snag your nails like I've just done, because they're a bit bendy at the moment, because yet again I forgot to take my collagen. Right, so I'm doing this knot through here now. I may have a bit of trouble, may not. Let's put that through. Yes, that's gone through now. So now that knot is concealed in there. Look. Okay. Do another stitch. I don't know how pliable this is, but I know that this type of carrier bag is pliable because this is a bit stiffer. You could twist it a little bit to make it more pliable. I've got to see. Try not to make your loops too small. I'm making my tension is either too loose or too tight. And you wouldn't have thought so if you look back at my Disney crochet. Yes, it is pliable. So I've just, you will take your time over it. That is 52 now, or 53 I've done. I'll count back afterwards. Another one, another stitch. Try not to make your loops and then it'll get through. If I had a much bigger crochet hook, I'd be able to sail through this. That's another one. Yarn, Plarn, instead of yarn, Plarn round your hook and pull through. If you are struggling, you can use your nails. Let's see, there, look, see, that's 54. This will take you a bit longer than it would with normal yarn because you're having to pull it a bit because it's stiffer. But I'm gonna have to try and put my stress gloves on in a bit because my hands are starting to cramp up. Okay, see, it makes nice if not anything else plaited. It's still not big enough with what I want to do. I need it bigger than that, unless I'm going to be making a bucket bag. I don't know yet, but anyway, let me just do a few more stitches and then I'll show you how to I may do a basket bag or something. I don't know yet because I haven't done this that often. I just, as I said, I just saw this video and thought, oh, I'll give it a go with my stiffer carrier bags and see. See, because I haven't made that last loop big enough. But as I say, you could twist it and that would give it another effect to help it get through your needle. And by the way, make sure you're using metal needles, crochet hooks, rather than plastic ones, because you could break your plastic ones if you're doing it with them. Anyway, that's another one. Okay, that's another one. Okay, now for this demonstration, I am going to just link it on to the end bit. Okay, so to link it so you have a circle and then you can continue to crochet in that, put the end of the Plarn onto your hook, okay, and then we want to do a slip stitch. Okay, so it's 2 stitches on your hook. Wrap your Plarn around your hook as you would if you're normal crocheting, and then pull that through the 2 loops. There's one, it's gone through. This is known as a slip stitch. Make sure your loop's not too big, not too small, so you can get it through. See, I'm struggling there. Okay, okay, could be because my hook's too small, but it's a 7. I'm gonna have to get myself an 8 and a 9. I'm sure I'd got one. Anyway, that is now joined into a circle. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will start doing single crochet. Okay, I mean this is quite stretchy, but it's still strong. Okay, so to single crochet, you do single crochet. Watch all my other videos. I'm going to carry on with this now. Now that I've shown you this technique, I'm going to carry on with it. Might take me a couple of days to get a few rows done because of doing some more loops of Plarn with cutting some more bags up. But yeah, let me raise the camera so I can finish what I'm saying. Okay, so let me raise it. Okay, so it may take me a couple of days to get a few rows done, and then I'll come back and show you how far I've got. So please stay tuned, because bear in mind I've got to cut all these small strips, roll it into a ball and do some more crocheting with it. So I'll show you in a couple of days time how I'll take the weekend. I think I've got tomorrow and Sunday. I'll take the weekend and perhaps I'll be back either Monday or Tuesday with a video to show you how far I've got with crocheting with it. So yeah, if you like today's video, please subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.